Evening, Diehards. Bruins dropped tonight's game 4-2 in Tampa. Series tied 1-1, but definitely a real lot of news to be things to be optimistic about with this series. First of all, the home ice is ours, and there is 5 games left, and 3 of them will be in Boston if they go that far, as well as the way they played in these first 2 games. Game 1, they blew the doors off Tampa in the third period and routed them 6-2. Vasilevsky looked terrible. And tonight I'm going to go right to it. Torrey Krug's goal. Krug's shot always finds the net, especially in the playoffs. It's pretty impressive how he's able to do that. It trickles. It just finds a way to get in the net, even though it might not be the hardest shot in the world. It's just one of those shots that just finds a way. 2-1, heading into the third. Tuukka made a couple of huge saves early on in the third period that gets overlooked. When he gives up the bad goal like he did to Palat, made it 3-2. That's what he's going to be remembered for, even though he made humongous saves early on in the third. 15 minutes left, I noticed Tampa started playing third man high, and that's basically like a neutral zone trap, except they had the guy high in the neutral zone up towards the blue line as far as that type of deal. But they went to it with 15 minutes to go, and penalties and stuff didn't keep it going, but that's something that I caught my eye a little bit. Pasternak had a bad high sticking call. He picked up his stick, and Hedman's stick hit himself in the mouth, cut him. 4-minute power play. Bruins killed it off. Tuukka made a couple of unbelievable saves on that kill. And the Bruins were able to get the puck on their stick and ice the puck, which is what you do in the penalty kill. They've had trouble with that. Something they were really good on tonight, I would say. Palat beats Rask. High glove, right over his shoulder. It's an area that he's had trouble with his whole career. Just these shots that just kind of look like they're going to go over the net, but somehow they just find a way to hit the top corner. That made it 3-1, and the Bruins continue to fight back. They don't give in. 4 minutes and 2 seconds left. Torrey Krug shoots a flutterer on net that trickles through Vasilevsky's 5-hole, and it makes it 3-2. And the Bruins were back in the game, trying to fight for every inch, trying to get that tie to go to overtime. Didn't work out. They lose 4-2. Braden Point, I think, added an empty netter, and the series is tied 1-1. But I am very optimistic, and I think everybody else should be. Bruins are getting it done against this team. They're dictating the pace. They didn't finish a lot of their chances tonight, but pace of play, they are dictating it. The hits, they're taking Tampa out of their game a little bit. Tampa's not a very physical team, and they're doubling the Bruins in hits, and that's good. That means the Bruins are agitating and doing what they need to do. Game 3, I believe, is going to be on Thursday, I believe. It might be Wednesday. Don't quote me on that, but we'll check in then. So far, so good. It's 1-1, but very, very optimistic about this series for the Bruins. I think they're going to be moving on to the next round.